Hey guys, this is Austin with Walton's TV, and this is Meatgistics. Meatgistics is the process of transforming meat from animal to edible, and today we're going to be making Papa Pigs in a pillow. What that is we're going to take a pork tenderloin, and we're going to put one slit in it and use our meat tenderizer to pound it out into a flat sheet. Then we're going to stuff it. We're going to use Granny Smith apples, some raisins, and some butter mixed in with some cinnamon toast. Wrap all of that together and then wrap the whole thing in a giant crescent roll. So to start things off, the first thing we want to do with the pork tenderloin is get it laid out and find where we want to cut. We're just going to go right in the middle, slice right down through the whole thing. We don't want to cut completely through the loin though. As soon as we get the pork loin cut down the middle, we've got it just a nice little slit down here. We're going to take something like plastic wrap. The Glade press and seal is a little bit thicker than normal plastic wrap, so that's what I normally use. We're just going to place a sheet of it right over the top of the pork loin. Then we're going to take our meat tenderizer. These are available at waltonsinc.com for just a few bucks. Make sure you use the flat side, don't use the pointy side. And we're just going to take it and just pound on the meat until we get a flat sheet. And it'll take just a couple minutes here to just pound it out. So just after a couple minutes of using the meat tenderizer to pound it out, we've now got a nice flat sheet here. And what we can do is we can start layering ingredients in, and then we'll roll it up, and then we'll stuff it all together inside the crescent roll. So the first thing we're going to do is we've got about one stick of butter that's just kind of softened and melted a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to take our cinnamon toast seasoning shaker, and we're going to pour some in here, make a buttery cinnamon sauce with it. So after mixing in the cinnamon toast into our butter, it was about one stick of butter, and we ended up used about 3/4 of the shaker, and we got this nice sludgy consistency. And what we can do then is we can coat this on our pork loin as we're putting apples in here. Next, we're going to take some apples and we're going to dump some apples on here. So to finish off the inside of our Apple Cinnamon Raisin Roll, Papa Pigs in a pillow, what we're going to do is just do what we did with the apples. We're going to take some raisins and just sprinkle them through the middle. So now we're ready to roll it up. We're just going to start on one edge, roll to the center. So now that we've got the pork loin part rolled up, what we're going to do is we're going to take the crescent roll, we're going to lay this out, and then we're going to roll it up in the pork loin. Crescent roll at the bottom, and start to turn. Normally, if we're doing a stuffed pork loin, we're going to put it inside of a roast wrap or use some butcher's twine to tie it together. But since we've got the crescent roll on the outside, that's going to be a problem. The crescent roll should help hold the pork loin all together as one, but then we're not going to be able to place this directly on a grill. So what we're going to do is we've got these non-stick grilling sheets. These are fairly cheap. They're about $13.99 at waltonsinc.com. They work great on the grill. They're safe for temperatures up to 500 degrees. So we're going to place the pork loin on our non-stick sheet and place that entire thing on the grill. We're going to cook it for about 2 to 2.5 hours at 225 degrees until the internal temperature on our pork loin is at 145 degrees for at least 5 minutes. Once we hit that, The crescent roll is still going to be a little bit doughy, so we're going to then crank up the temperature on our grill up to about 375 degrees, and we'll cook it for about 5 to 8 minutes at that to get a nice crispy golden outside on our crescent roll. We just finished up with our Papa Pigs in a Pillow in the Apple Cinnamon Raisin Roll flavor. It turned out fantastic. It's really sweet. The crescent roll really puffed up and around it. It ended up taking about 2 hours at 225 degrees in our Green Mountain pellet smoker. Then after it got to our internal temp of 145 for at least 5 minutes, we cranked the temp up in the grill to 375 and ran it for another 5 minutes just to add a little bit of crispiness to the outside of the crescent roll. That wraps things up for Meatgistics. Make sure you guys subscribe to our Walton's TV channel to stay up to date on all of our latest videos. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that like and thumbs up button below. As always, visit our website at waltonsinc.com to find everything but the meat. Thanks for watching. I'm Austin with Walton's TV. We'll see you guys next time.